All right, we're back. It's a crappy, rainy, muddy, slippery day. Let's go do some work. Throw all this stuff on our back. We're ready. Grab the old trusty Shetty and get. All right, there's a little trail right here. I think when I'm done today, I'm gonna pop up and end up coming out this trail. But for now, we're going way up to that timber up in there. All right, I gotta pop up into this timber here because this is where my control is. I was way back in this reprod, tying a DLC corner. And then we gotta come off that control and then head north. Find a couple more pins to get on in the books. That's that rod on point 12. Let's head to 13 into the dark. Won't see much on camera back in there. It's dark. All right, I've got a stake out, but it is 180 something feet and heading that way. I think what I'm gonna do is I can see a little bit of where that road bends around this whole sucker. I think I'm gonna pop down to the road with control and then I'll be able to traverse to it. But that way it doesn't look too great without wearing my arm out, whacking off. Hey, we got popped out to daylight. You can see the gun way back in that hole I made. We were back on the road. Apparently somewhere over there is the pin. 187 feet from where the gun is. Sure, we're going right there, but I'm gonna go find the pin just to make sure I don't want to fiddle with this in case it's somewhere that could be a little better. Might be up here and see it from there, but probably not. Probably another control point. Then there's another pin we're looking for. And then we're marking a line between those two. And then I think it's 500 feet over to an angle point. We're going to tie this whole country, copy. Darn it, I see some pig ribbon down there. I did not bring a metal detector. I'm probably going to want to have had to have that, but I see ribbon. I'm going to poke around down there. I'm just off this road, but I think we're going to be going a lot of elevation between these next two pins. I'm not seeing anything without a metal detector, so there's another one 70 feet north. So maybe we could rouse that one up and then measure back. Won't be able to pace back because it's steep, but there should be some evidence somewhere, darn it. I found it. My boss said I've been to one of these before, like 5 years ago, working from the bottom down by the creek, working up. Haven't ever come at it from the top road. This has got to be it or something. Evidence. I'm not sure if that's going to be him. Do some digging. Oh, there's another ribbon down there. Was I just on the wrong slope? I don't know. I think that is that pipe I'm looking for, but it is mega disturbed. So I'm gonna set a point that'll see that and see down into here for that other one. I think we're marking line that way. Gun should be right up there somewhere. Just gonna pop down into here. And I don't like where that is. So that little guy, he's probably gonna be off, copy. I was gonna go right there so we can pop out of this timber. We got to get down to those big trees down there. So I think instead of going right there, I'm going to climb this mountain closer to the gun, gain some elevation, and hopefully shoot through a little hole right in there. Get me closer to where I want to be, crappie. See if we can make this work. I'll go down there and see if I can see it, do a little whacking, and try and get lucky. Then we'll be right on line for line marking. Darn it, I wish I'd put a little more pink ribbon on that thing. But I think if I take out some of this tree, I'll see it. We see the rod. We got a point set. Sees the pipe. Sees moving on. Copy. I got down here far enough. I'm just going to go lay out the rest of this. There's an axle, an old axle somewhere over here we're going to go find and lay out traverse 2 and traverse eventually. But I'm down here, might as well. Copy. All right, we got down this little farm property. I believe this is what I found 5 or so years ago. That's an axle, an old axle. All right, I bet I tied that ribbon around there 5 years ago. All right, I'm gonna take this trail back up and around this huge creek draw and get back to the gun and then start heading down again. I was just kind of getting my bearings out here, copy. We're back in the deep dark timber. Let's turn some angles. All right, we got a backsight nail in a tree. I'm actually going to walk back for our backsight rod. because when I get down here, I'm gonna need a real tall backside because I'm kind of rolling over the hill and I got a bunch of brush. So a little more walking, make it easier for me in the long run. Gun is set up, back down the hill, back up the hill, then back down the hill. Well, crud, I tied that pipe and it's about 10 feet from our stakeout and it looks disturbed, so we are huffing it back to the truck. Get the metal detector, because I don't know where it is. Copy. All right, so this don't seem right. But my stakeout takes us where? Here? Well, I'm getting signals all over and I forgot my machete. Way up there, my shovel. All right, we're going back up. Darn it, fence wire. I don't want that. I was buzzing fence line, just picking up little scraps of fence all the way up this sucker. But I got him finally. Big old pipe. So 73 feet back north from here down the hill should be the rod, I think. I might have got real lucky. Might be able to tie that from this setup right here and then stake out, have a more accurate stakeout to the rod, and then traverse. I'm hiking out, 99% sure the rod I'm looking for is gone. But we got that pipe, so that was the older one. We'll figure something out to do. I'm soaking wet. I'm heading for the barn. We'll traverse the rest of it over that axle tomorrow, baby. Copy.